Hi, my name is Brytani Fraser, and I'm a librarian for the Catawba County Library System, and that's in Western North Carolina. Our system is a rural system for the most part. Some of the branches are bigger and some of them are smaller. And I'm actually the branch manager for two small library branches. So in those branches, one of them is more rural and one is more small town. But if there's one thing that you can tell right away about me is that since I do all the programs for those branches, from babies to seniors, it's that I'm usually very busy. And so when I think about doing programs for school age kids, I tend to do a one-off program instead of a whole after-school series or a whole book club. It tends to be a little bit more sustainable for my schedule just because I just don't have time to do a whole lot more, unfortunately. But there is another second reason that I do this, and it's actually because in my community, I have a really good relationship with the schools, but there are also a couple in both of my branches that are within walking distance of the school, and that's so wonderful. I know so many people are jealous of that, and I apologize. But it's really nice because they don't have to rely on funding for field trips. They can just walk their classes down to the library. And so with those schools, I've really been able to form a relationship with the teachers where I go to them and I just say, hey, are there any books that you're reading right now? Can I throw you a book party? Do you want to have a movie day at the library? Um, and so I really kind of throw myself at the teachers, but they also throw themselves at me since we're right next door to some of them. So it's a really great relationship. And I really do a lot of book parties with these classes because there's just something that I believe in so much. I know that a lot of the schools are really going through some changes and they're pushing STEM and Common Core, and those are so wonderful, but I still think that the heart of the library and our services is that it's still so much about getting kids hooked on reading and really involved in those books that they love. So I think that whenever I do a book party where these kids are really experiencing their books in the real world and sharing it with people, that I'm helping to create lifelong learners. When I think back to the reasons that I love reading, it's because I had these really magical experiences with books as a child. So things that I vividly remember about these books from second grade. So, for instance, Indian in the Cupboard. Oh my gosh, I was so into Indian in the Cupboard. I wrote nerdy fan fiction in second grade for those books because I just thought that they were the best. I just wanted to live in that world as much as I could. And so when my class did projects on it, I was just so excited. I mean, all the other kids were like, wow, Brittany, take it down a notch, because I just wanted to talk to everybody about it. And so I think that creating those experiences for kids inside the library, it just really helps open them up, and it helps them sort of socialize with other kids about the things that they love. And it really helps them to explore other books as well when we do another party, and just kind of see if they might be equally passionate about that. So, and I think that there's also something so powerful about the way that kids experience creative play in these programs, because if they get to make a crown like Fancy Nancy's and then they get to wear it around for a week at home, the parents come back and say, oh my gosh, she will not put down that wand that she made at the Fancy Nancy party. And I think that's so great because I just see the beginnings of a lifelong learner there. And so I just think that those connections are so powerful. So I still love STEM programming, still love the Common Core. I want to help teachers with that as much as I can, but I'm still all about the books. We're all about the books. So I also want to talk to you a little bit today about what you can do with classes that can't come to the library. So, and that's the situation for so many people, most people, and I think that it's really important in those cases to build a relationship with the media specialists in those schools and your school librarians. I really hope that you're able to visit them and talk with them and just sort of build that relationship, because they're really going to be your advocates inside the schools. And so they're going to be the ones going to the teachers and saying, hey, can she come into your classroom and do some story times? Because believe it or not, they went to the same roughly the same training as you, and they understand, school is for a time. Got a rabbit in the background. School is for a time, but really the kids need to know the resources at the library because the library is lifelong. And so this partnership is so smart for both parties. So I hope that you're able to visit with them and build that relationship. And I know that I've had a lot of experience with doing some story times, and a lot of success for doing that inside the classrooms, doing some crafts, offering book talks. And every year I also make sure that I offer to all the schools in both of my towns that I can come around and talk about summer reading and just get them so excited about summer reading. Please, please, please. So I've been able this year to talk to 4 schools and talk to every student in those schools about summer reading, and it was just such an amazing boost for the library. But also they got to know their librarian, they saw my face, and whenever they came into the library they said, I know you, and it was great. So I hope that you're able to try that out as well. And if you guys have any questions for me, please shoot me an email. I know that Lisa has a link to my blog for this class. My email address is there. I'm a new librarian myself, so I completely understand how important it is to be able to ask questions, and I don't know where I would be now if I wasn't able to do that with Lisa. So if I can help you guys in any way, please do. And I'm so jealous that you guys get to learn from her. I hope that you enjoy the class, and I'll be seeing you around.